heard that purr, I knew exactly from when I heard the engine what it was.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Unscripted All Talk podcast. My man DJ MVP is in the building. Can we get a close shot up of that
We have to.
handsome young man right there? Woo! My man turned up.
Feeling good tonight.
Feeling it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. On a
Yeah.
random, because I'm always in my own head and on my own imagination. So you see how I did that? It's like the young thing. So no, you know what? I always so I took my daughter Angelina, the youngest. Big shout out to her, to urgent care.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she has like sinus infection. And the doctor was like, who's this? And I was like, I'm Dad. She was like, oh, he just looks so young. I was like,
honey.
I was like, yeah, she hates it.
Wait, it was a film. It was a film, doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, she was hitting on you.
You think so?
I think so.
She was Indian. I don't think they rock with us like that.
It was 2024, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
That's nice. Good for you. That's
yeah,
like
love is not,
confidence
love is not
booster.
local anymore. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't feel like Indians really be rocking with us.
I think they do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you should shot your shot.
Nah.
And she's a doctor.
Nah.
I mean,
I only want the money. The only thing I'm focused on is the money. I don't want.
She's a doctor. That's my
Yeah, she's a.
No, she does not have the type of money. I cannot pull up in a McLaren with doctor money.
Oh.
Okay? I pull up in Honda Civic.
It depends what kind of doctor. I mean, maybe you can get her to do like BBLs and shit.
Oh my! In urgent care. Yeah, in urgent care.
Money these days.
Yo,
urgent
I'll tell
care.
you straight up. I pulled a nurse and she jokes around how she got a BBL, you know?
Good for her.
I'll show you in the group chat.
Wait, you gonna show us the BBL?
No. I'll text her right now. I'll be like, yo, I need to.
Oh my God.
X-rated out here.
All right, so we're going to do a new segment calling What's Current? Out. All right. So, you know what I like that just reminded me? Big shout out to Just Hilarious. She is now officially a member of the Breakfast Club.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I kind of thought she was already though.
It was like intern.
Yeah, like she was
kind
there,
of thing.
but
Yeah.
I mean, she got the fit, and then I mean, on top of that, obviously one another woman, and then I mean, who the hell else was gonna do it anyway?
They had other
True.
women there, like
Yeah, but they were whackers.
they were.
Yeah, she's chill.
They were.
So
Big shout out to Jessica Hilarious.
Yeah.
So this is not just with the mess. I cut it out. I am on a roll. I am on a roll. Pat
This will
on
be
the
all
back.
night.
Pat on the back. Oh, thank you. So let's start off with the big one. Or is it the big one? Pause. Drake's nude apparently got leaked.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing on Twitter, all these women are like, wow, wow, wow.
I mean, everyone was trying to kind of say, Drake is so this, he's so commercial, he's so annoying, he's now in your search bar.
Very good. Yo, big hand claps to DJ MVP.
Telling you, he be queuing them like this.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I mean, did you?
No.
Okay.
I would not search another man's junk.
I did, and it was very large. Congratulations, Drake.
Wow.
You are everyone's favorite now.
You think
Can't deal.
You
This
think
is PR.
It's really crazy.
This is
I
PR.
feel like Drake the type of dude though that like would Photoshop his shit.
Exactly.
No.
High key.
Why would he do that? Why would he
Because
do
he's
that?
Drake.
Right, but like
For example, right? I forgot.
I feel like he's been with a lot of women, so like he would get easily exposed if like he
But that's
did
my point.
Photoshop.
Someone would have brought. Listen.
He's also always in strip
would have
clubs.
spilled this tea a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Yeah.
Okay. FYI, someone was talking about Big Sean last week.
That was me.
Oh,
I was.
Oh, she zoomed in.
How
She
are
wanted
you?
you to see.
Yes. I was. I did.
Look,
Yes,
the
I
camera
did.
Right there, I will get your face. Yeah.
I did. Yes,
So,
I did. Yeah,
exactly.
Big Sean and now Big Drake. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't really.
Shit was photoshopped.
Okay.
Not real. This is Drake you're talking about. So no.
Damn, yo, son.
He's really having a lot of fun over there.
Housing right now.
He is started, man.
I'm just bringing it back. But guess what? Time to get explicit. Let's get real.
5 minutes
Finally.
is up?
Yeah.
Man, y'all know what the fuck it is. Listen.
And I think I almost let one slip out,
Yeah.
but kept my composure. Yeah.
God.
I think it sounds better now that I'm like obviously you guys don't see I'm not coughing as much as last week, so I feel a lot better.
But
I'm a little raspy though.
he sounds a lot worse. I'm
I'm
sorry.
partying, that's why.
I'm sorry.
Out here.
He sounded like he was in the pool a little too long and forgot to clear out the water.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I was doing a lot. FYI, that's why Brittany's on the other side, because she thinks that, she had a cough last week, and apparently it was my fault.
I just like to be safe. You know what I mean? Like, I just really like to be healthy and safe. That's all.
Safe is
Yes.
Shameless
Away from the
plug.
germs.
Shameless plug. Check out her varsity jacket. The Unscripted apparel. Come on. We're rocking it, baby. Shameless plug.
Comfortable,
Shameless plug. Come on.
warm.
All right. So that's part one of the
The
news.
varsity is fire, though. Let me point that out.
Thank you. I like the
Big
pink.
hand claps. Big hand claps. Second part of our current events news was the Grammys. I felt it was very black, which is very new,
Another
Yeah, it was nice.
PR stunt.
right?
Yeah, because again,
If it was a sun, it was still nice to see.
now the Grammys have been getting
Caucasian forever.
eaten out for the last few years.
Yeah.
They've been getting dogged out, right? I mean, no hate. Shout out to Killer Mike with the absolute sweep in hip hop. Shout out to him. I'm not gonna lie to you, I did listen to the album before I heard it.
Did it?
I went into it today though. There's definitely some dope tracks on there, and I mean,
I gotta check it out.
anytime there's Andre 3000 is on a track, if you're like that much for the culture, you can get Andre
Yeah.
in the verse. That's kind of a big deal. Andre and Future on an album. I didn't think I needed it, but it's pretty dope. Yeah, it was dope. So I mean, shout out to that. But I mean, I definitely think like a PR thing on their end.
Right? I just felt it was too black.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
No, like,
Can you
listen,
go
listen,
into
listen.
more detail?
So
Wait, so Dua Lipa wasn't even on the Grammys?
I didn't watch it.
No Taylor Swift?
she was there.
Oh,
She was there.
Taylor Swift won
Album of the year.
That's all they needed was
most
Taylor Swift
decorated
representing.
artist in history for albums of the year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
It turns into a popularity show. But can you explain why do you think
So,
that it was a little BLACK?
Remember, like with the Grammys, with the Oscars, and we voiced our opinion, right? And it was like, how do I say this without sounding like?
Just say it. It's past 5 minutes.
I just
Put allegedly
No.
before whatever you say and you're good.
No,
They don't
very
get-
good.
They don't
Very
get
good.
Grammys for podcasts, so just
Yeah.
So
not yet at least. Should though.
that might be it.
Grammys, if you fucking steal my idea, I'm telling you right now, have good fucking lawyers.
Oh my God.
This is how I feel, right? Like there's three categories of what I call white people, right? There's I'm sorry.
I'm
There's
dying to hear this.
there's like the extreme racists, right?
Okay.
There's like the people that's normal, but they know.
So
they,
West Virginia is the first one.
I actually went to school in West Virginia. It ain't that bad,
Okay.
right? Jesus Christ. That's one of my favorite songs, by the way. Because I like my chicken fried. Sorry.
Okay, what's two?
Right? The second one is like the normal white person that is like, gets everything, doesn't try too hard, but can't vocalize anything because they know the racists.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
they'll ruin their whole life. So
Okay.
they're like the normal. And then there's like the liberal white person that
I don't see colors.
that think that we're all from the ghetto, that they have to help us, that like they pander way too much
Okay.
and just steal everything. And then so this moment with the Grammy, I
Right.
just feel like it was the liberal one. It was like, we have to do something for these poor blacks. Like, we have to. Yes, that's how I feel.
Oh my God. Okay.
Very good. So, in those moments where it's like, even for example, how Starbucks lost, I think, $11 billion because people have been boycotting them because of the situation.
Palestinian and Israeli.
Palestine
Yeah.
and everything else.
Shout out to Palestine.
Right? I'm not taking no sides on that.
Shout out to Palestine.
Right?
Yeah.
But
Joshua.
No, I just have two
Okay.
Arab homies. And
I have a lot of Jewish friends.
I do too.
I'm not getting
And that's
involved
cool.
with that.
I don't mean. I don't say I'm like that.
L'chaim.
I mean, nah. Listen,
All right.
if anybody else was committing genocide,
Suicide?
Suicide.
I didn't say that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We know what you said.
I want to clean it all up for you guys.
Damn.
Please.
I'm supporting Antarctica and the whole thing.
Wow.
So
That's wild as fuck.
yeah,
though.
you're good, Josh. Okay.
Oh my God.
It's crazy. I didn't say what he said, but I'm just saying, like, you know. anybody
What
who's
happened
doing
with
that,
Starbucks?
So because of that situation that's going on,
Right.
a war in Israel and everything else, people have been boycotting because it seemed like they were giving their support to Israel. So they've lost so far $11 billion.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we see a whole bunch of black commercials. When you know black people to go to Starbucks, we've never been your niche. We've never been
Oh
in.
my God.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
They got the Louisiana, love that Starbucks. Like, no! That's not how it goes. It's always like, sure, I'd like a Coca Mocha latte, whatever. Yeah,
Are
sure.
they giving Black History Month like discounts?
I don't know.
That would be cool.
That'd be racist as fuck.
I'd love a few dollars
Imagine
off.
like, listen, whatever your name is, Tyrese. Yeah, you look like a Tyrese.
Yeah.
We added a biscuit and a side of
There you go.
chicken wings with some hot sauce. We
Yeah.
know your people love
Your
that.
name is
And the
Oh
coffee.
my
Your
God.
name
Yeah.
is Brittany, by the way. Okay? That shit the fuck out there. Brittany.
For the whole month?
Do we have
Excellent.
a Brittany here? But wait a second. Okay, when you ring to white people, I have a question. Like, where does Carl like end up with it? Because Carl's
Carl's-
a gay white male with a Spanish fiance.
I
Yeah,
love
so where
that.
does Carl end up on this list? I just had to ask.
So
Is there a subcategory?
I feel like he's.
You know
so
what I
like-
mean?
So like he's like with the normal in a sense, but I know like Carl can't voice himself a little too much because he knows.
I'll beat his ass on top of the fact that we
Oh my God.
Carl's hit it on the thing.
I don't know if he's scared of
You
you.
know, Carl's like 6'4".
Why the
So-
fuck did you just look at me like that, like I was short or something? Like you looked down on me, Brittany.
I didn't. I just don't know if he's really
Yeah.
that scared.
No, you gave me a look like short nigga shut.
That wasn't funny.
Exactly. I think I'm taller than you, MVP. So.
Oh my gosh. I did not do that.
Oh man.
But no, back to the Grammys though. Again, I think that for a long time. Wow. You know what? Over there, buddy.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's what it was, man. I think you're right, and it went like it was. They went. They overplayed their hand.
Facts.
I have a question. How do we feel about Jay-Z's speech accepting the Dr. Dre award?
There's nothing to say.
Okay.
There
Awesome.
is.
Shout out
Great.
There is.
To Shout out to Hov.
No,
Always.
there is. Because when Kanye do it, it's a problem.
Kanye
But
rants.
when Jay-Z do it, oh, speaking of
Kanye fucking rants. Kanye, the times that he's done on top of, well, except for the one where he was like, well, everybody wondered what I was gonna do. If I didn't win, I guess we'll never find out.
Fire.
That year was fire, absolutely.
Fire.
But other than that, though, he just goes on random rants for no fucking reason.
But he has rants that make sense, right? Like, for example, when he was like,
So we're agreeing that Jay-Z went on a rant.
he did, in my
Okay.
opinion.
No, he
did.
won. Okay, he won.
He didn't win. He was
He was
awarded it.
Okay, a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Okay,
essentially.
right, for Dr.
Okay,
Dre.
so then that means that they give you that floor to be able to speak on whatever it is that you want to speak on.
So he's
It's
talking to
not
his
like
wife.
okay, hurry up, get your gold Grammy, and get the fuck off stage. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but
This
he
is
was
a
also coming at
pinnacle
people and
moment of
saying
his life.
like, some of you guys shouldn't even be nominated. Some of
Yeah.
you guys shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
Some of you guys shouldn't even this, that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, Kanye,
Okay.
we understand. You're
Okay.
having a schizophrenic moment. Talk about your wife. We love you. Great.
Okay, is he wrong though? His wife is the most decorated Grammy winner of all times.
Wow.
She is.
Never won Album
Album.
of the Year.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that possible? How does that make any sense?
I'm not saying
It goes
that is.
back
I'm
to the
just
3
trying to
white people
understand.
I was telling you
Oh
about.
my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
It's just, I'm telling you.
So I mean, listen, let's be honest here, right? I mean, again, if we're talking about hip hop, of course, you know, I mean, again, the big homie of the big homies is Jay. So again, who better to speak their mind than Jay? I think he did it very articulately. It wasn't ignorant; it was to the truth. And then he said at one point, "Listen, when I get nervous, I speak the truth." And he spoke his truth, and who didn't like it, you know. And then I don't know if you guys seen the video. They left right afterwards.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they didn't even stick around for the rest of the show. Like him, Blue, Beyonce. And I don't know how the fuck Lil Uzi got up in there somehow, but Lil Uzi decided to get the fuck out of here. And like they all left right after he got that,
wow.
that award. So
I mean, the Grammys is kind of like a popularity contest. I feel like we know that. So
I did see some of the performances. Some of the performances look good. The one I liked in particular was Travis. Travis tore that shit the fuck up.
I'm happy about Victoria Monet. Is that how you say her name? Victoria Monet? Is that her name? Before your time.
I was happy Coco Jones got something. I like Coco Jones. You know, some R&B. SZA got her. You know,
Victoria Monet.
I Doja Cat was
Victoria
nominated a couple of times.
Yeah, she won. She deserved that. That was I like that speech. I thought it was like very heartwarming and like it explained the actual hustle of that industry because she said like it's I'm not sure. She said she was like this took 11 years to get here. So I thought that was just really good.
I mean, Killer Mike's been in the game for fucking
1,000
years.
Yeah.
So for him to get his due diligence last night, I thought. I mean, for him to get that recognition that he did.
And then he got arrested.
Yeah, but
he did?
Yeah, I'm still trying to hear why and what happened.
It's crazy. So you celebrated too hard, nigga. What's wrong with you?
Oh my God.
Get your ass in the goddamn car.
I really got into it with somebody like behind closed doors or some shit like that. No, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I think there's definitely other albums. I don't know, like for the clean sweep. But I mean, apparently, hip hop spoke, and the pop guys, the mumble rappers, they didn't get it this year. They gave it to
She's American.
Lyricist.
Oh, okay.
So, shout outs to him for showing that one. But listen, will you be watching the Grammys next year? No one gives a fuck. Nobody watches that shit no more.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, we talk about it because it's news. No one watches it. Same thing with the Oscars. No one watches it.
There are so many people that watch. I don't know. I'm watching it
more for the fashion, I think. In the fashion, the performances, and like you said, the
Maybe I'm a
popularity
loser. I'm
content,
watching it.
because you have this.
I did.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Lying.
That's whack.
No, I'm really not. I'm really not.
Face.
No. You know why? Because I like that host. I like that host a lot.
Who's the host?
The South African guy. What's his name?
Trevor Noah?
Yeah, I like him.
Trevor Noah.
He did a really good job after the freaking
It's funny.
what was it? The acting one. That one.
Grammy?
Oscars.
The Oscars. That guy, something Cow.
Jimmy Cho, no, wasn't that?
Some guy, yeah, he
Joe
sucked. Yeah, he was bad.
Joe Coy.
I like him too, but he was not a good
Joe
host.
Coy.
It was like
Joe
super dry, like
Yeah, Joe Coy.
yeah. This guy, like he kept you watching. It was actually pretty entertaining.
Speaking of funny people,
Okay, you don't.
I got to see Matt Rife this weekend at Radio City.
Fuck me, I forgot about those tickets.
Oh my
God.
God. It was
I
fire.
watched that show.
Was he good?
He was good.
Okay.
And so my favorite part was, because he goes in, right? And he's like, we need to bring back, and he's tired of saying special needs. He's like, he wanted to bring back the word retard, right?
Oh my God.
Retard. And he's like, anytime I've met one of these special needs people, the one thing I think that's great about them is how much they love, right? So why don't we just redefine the word? The word's up for grabs. And he's like, Sam, like the way you gave me that hug earlier, that shit was retarded. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, that was love. He grabbed me with like some gorilla strength. Like, I miss you, my bro. And he said back in 2003, right? That word was at its height, right? And it's like, it was okay to say it. And
it was even in the song.
Yes.
Shout out to Black Eyed Peas.
I was trying to get it up. I couldn't type it.
They changed it.
Yeah.
They changed it from let's get retarded to let's get it started. And I was angry.
Wait, the song was Let's Get Retarded?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm serious. Ready? Listen.
Let's get retarded. Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
Me neither.
heard it, but I thought like, let's get it started.
Yeah,
Now,
that's the edited version.
I didn't know
That's
that.
the edited version.
That's crazy.
And then, like, let's get fucked up. Let's get retarded tonight.
Yeah.
And so then he said another word that's up for grabs is faggot. He wanted to rebrand faggot too, but he just goes in. Yeah. Like,
Okay, see,
because now we have to be so PC.
I have to ask that because this is the thing. I think the other day in the office we were having a conversation.
Okay.
Those who don't know, like, you know, Carl works with me and things like that throughout the day. So I think, Carl, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't I ask? I think I asked, was faggot bad or not? You remember that conversation or not really?
Oh yeah.
I did. He's shaking his head yes, by the way. I don't remember what the
Outcome of the.
I think he said that he wouldn't be offended by it. But I remember a conversation. So I have a brother. One of my brothers is gay. So we were having a conversation one day, and I got mad. And I was like, you know, I call it. Wait.
You're a horrible brother.
You're a horrible person. So long story short, you're a horrible human, and that's what you
In
said.
my 5 minutes, right? Can I talk about that now? After our 5 minutes? Is that a yes?
It's been after 5
So,
minutes.
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying, I don't know. That might be too far, though. So I called my brother a fucking faggot.
Wow.
With the hard T on the end, too.
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
No, he really did it.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, obviously Carl works for me, so if I was homophobic, I wouldn't sit across from Carl all day. Carl's pretty gay. But that's besides the fact. So any fucking ways, so I called my brother a fucking faggot. And my brother, fucking went off on me.
Good for him. I'm happy he
Big
did.
hand class to your brother.
Disgusting. He's like, you said that with hate in your heart. And he started getting teared up and shit like that, though.
Yeah,
It's
you're
kinda
mean.
since that day, I really have not used it. But, you know, it was just, I don't know, it came up in conversation the other day. And I was like, Carl, is faggot bad still?
Yeah, it is,
know
and you
why?
can't say it.
It's
Yeah, it is, and
like,
you can't say it.
It's like a white person asking if the N-word is a bad
That's
word.
legit.
That's not the same.
It
really
is. You're not allowed to say that.
Is. It really
I'm just
It
saying.
really is.
Hold on.
It really is.
Both of you as black people should be absolutely ashamed and disrespectful. White people have been calling us niggers, okay, for 200 to 300 fucking years.
Okay,
The word
so.
faggot came out and wait, when did faggot come? What does faggot mean, Carl?
Oh my God.
Carl has no mic, but Carl
Yeah, he has
has
no
Carl,
mic.
You speak the fuck up from behind, you know.
Oh my
back
God.
Big shout out.
Oh, okay.
Carl's one of those white people that says nigger in songs in the car, by the way.
Oh my
I'm
God.
talking about that another fucking day. Alright, Carl,
I'll look it up for you.
For you, okay, as a homosexual man, the word faggot, is it really that offensive?
Yo,
For me
Jesus Christ.
personally, no. But I know people that are very affected by it.
Yes, there
What
are.
does it mean though? Do we know when it started, where it originated from?
So those that
my
couldn't hear him, he said for him it was personally no, but he knows other people within the community that are personally affected by it. So I know for me, my youngest daughter identifies as a lesbian.
Yeah.
Right.
She'd eat you the fuck up.
Right, so that's how she. So me, when I'm on 2K, that faggot word comes out heavy, and she's like, "Dad."
You just admitted that. That's crazy.
Yeah, it comes out crazy. Cause the thing is, it doesn't mean like homosexual to me.
Yeah, no. When we grew up, it did not mean that at all.
It didn't mean like.
It was not
It
like
just
that at
meant
all.
if you did some weird shit
Yes.
that wasn't part of everything else, it was like, yo, bro, you're whatever. You know what I mean? And especially when I play 2K, and it'd be like, yo, bro, son, you went up on 4 people, and you saw 4 people open on your team, and you ain't pass the ball, fucking F word. Now I feel uncomfortable.
So,
F
Are
word.
we white
Yes,
people now?
F word.
F
Yes,
word.
you cannot.
So-
I'm getting wild.
quick information on the
Go ahead,
word.
VP, let's go.
Cigarettes.
Yeah, yes.
Oh yeah, they're British. They're right. They do
1312 is the origin of the word from France. Okay,
1312.
initially meant a bundle of sticks or a
bundle of
a
fags.
block of wood, right?
Yeah.
So then it became a British term meaning a cigarette. Okay, but in the English language, it has become a projogative term.
Good word. Yeah.
I'm
You know
not.
what?
I might say.
I heard this
So-
the other day.
It is derogatory, and the other word that's actually in an LGBTQ article is dyke, because the two of them for defamation of the characters of their people being talked about.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I think one of my managers told me the other day that the reason why the word faggot became like a thing the way they did though is because when they used to burn the witches, they would also, like, within the sticks and stuff like that, though, they would also put, like, the homosexual men in there and they would burn them. But because they weren't, like, I don't know, I don't want to say they weren't considered people, whatever the hell you want to call it, though, but they would put them in there and they would call the sticks faggots. So they would put the homosexual men in there with the sticks to burn, like, the witches and shit. Why, do you see that in there?
No, I could look up that part. Like,
Look up Salem witch trials. That's what you need to look up, basically.
And then put faggot next to it. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. You just wanted to say it. You just wanted to say it.
I'm sorry.
Since we're talking about, okay, Carl, be honest. Do you say nigga in the car? Like when you're singing songs?
Why is
I've heard Carl, but I'm saying, let me tell you.
You don't ever have to answer, by the way.
You do have to answer
You
that,
just
Carl.
don't.
You're
You're off the
fine right
clock.
now.
You're off the clock.
I've heard Carl, FYI, we can bring him up right now. Carl can sing an entire Vibes Cartel song.
Word?
Good for you,
Like,
man.
word for fucking word. Say something, bitch, I'll pull up the footage. I'm pretty sure I have the receipts on my phone.
Damn.
Carl's like, if there was a person that I would allow to say nigger.
okay, he's 100% right. In the 14th century, they would use gay men and women to kindle, to keep the fires going as they accused witches.
Some say that I'm intelligent. I just think that
I went to Salem, Massachusetts. It is real, but
And
it
so
does
that
not.
also became the birth of you fucking faggot. That's what it actually says in the article.
So all you people that are offended by it, right? You didn't fucking know that. So shut the fuck up. You're offended. You didn't know what the word mean or where it came from.
So,
I'm joking. Brittany, I'm fucking around. Stop.
He is crazy, guys.
Yo. Oh my God. There goes our sponsorship.
Legit.
Listen, I'm gonna say this is all in fun and games. I swear to God, baby girl, if you're watching, Dad is totally joking.
Oh my God.
Any of this stuff, I'm telling you right now, I will be eaten alive.
So you don't care about like anyone if they like say the N word, like however they say it. That's
Oh no. Okay, so I had a situation this weekend. So,
in Costa Rica?
I went to, yeah. So one of our friends came from LA, and Jeremy, shout out to you, baby. Don't worry, I won't tag you so you don't get like, cut off and let that shit go. But Jeremy says the word nigga like it just flows out of his mouth.
okay.
And
Is he? What is?
he's Caucasian as fuck.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I don't like it.
White, like
I don't like it.
tattoos. The whole
So
nine
imagine someone saying the F word and you don't really like that.
I don't like it. Not one bit.
But
Oh,
again,
okay.
again, I feel
It's
that
different, right?
It's different. This is a word. In the beginning, it did not mean that. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Because of the fact that that community has gained power over the last couple of years, now it's an issue. White people have been calling us niggers for 300 fucking years. It's meant what it's meant. It has not changed. It means the same though. We can put an A on the end if we want to make it a endearment. But when Carl says it, it's fucking racist. That's just what it boils down to. So Jeremy was dropping N-bombs. And I'm not gonna lie to you, kind of like on the first day, cause we haven't seen each other probably like 8 years. So, but no, we haven't seen each other in about 8 years. And again, I am one of those people now. I went to one of those schools. Shout out to Eastport, South Manor.
Oh my God, we're a lot of shouting out.
That there were white kids that felt cool. They felt like because I was in the hip hop music and yada yada
Yeah.
yada, and they could just drop N-bombs, and I was never cool with it. I was like, yo, bro, listen, you do what you want to do over there with him.
Yeah.
Over here, don't call me that. Like I'm just not okay with it. And I don't really use the term that much myself. Every now and again it'll come out, but so he started dropping N-bombs, and I was like, yo, Jeremy, honestly, bro, like not really comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Maybe 8 years ago I was. Now I'm not cool with it. You know what I mean? And then he's like, no, Josh, I get it. And I was like, well, we asked him a question. We're like, so you live in LA now, right? He's like, yeah. It's like, do you say that shit there?
I know he the fuck he don't.
Answer was no.
You know what
Okay, but
They
like,
don't do that shit.
but this is the problem.
So if you don't do
No
that,
gang signs. Oh
if
my
you don't-
God.
If you don't do that over there,
Jesus.
y'all worried about me, this fucking gangster over here next to me. Okay? This fucking good over here. You guys are worried about the shit that I say. But yeah, no, like, so I had to check him almost in a sense. I was like, bro, like, if you don't do that shit over there, like, don't do that shit.
Yeah, don't get comfortable
If you're not
around
like that all the time, chill on that. And again, he was respectful enough, and the rest of the trip, I didn't hear any N-bombs dropped.
So I want to tell you something real quick. So I was talking about like explicit language. My kid got in trouble in school, right? And
Wait, isn't he like
he's in
six?
kindergarten.
He's
Yeah,
like
6,
3.
right?
Tommy said Nick.
And so now the crazy thing about this
Like
job,
the teacher,
he also
right?
has a speech impediment, right? Yeah. And so I spoke with the teacher yesterday about what he said, and today because we're about to have a meeting with for his IEP, talk with the reading and the speech and all that. I was sitting with the speech teacher, and at the end I asked her a question. So anyway, my kid was working on an art project and drew outside the lines. He was like, "Fuck!" Right? Gets called down to the principal's office. Now I'm sitting with the speech teacher today, right? And she's telling me about how he has trouble saying certain letter sounds, right? And she's like, "Mr. O'Farrell, he didn't say fuck. He can't pronounce F's. He either said buck or puck." I started cracking up because but he meant to say fuck.
Yeah.
We're halfway through the show. I think it's time to transition. And so I'm just going to set this off and you guys take it in whatever direction you want. But here we go.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves.
Very good. Very good. So it is February,
Black History Month.
Black History Month. I actually agree with Morgan Freeman on this one, where he said there shouldn't be any Black History Month because American history is Black history.
Wow.
It shouldn't be a month only dedicated to it because, I have.
What are you laughing at?
Because I'm about to fuck y'all up with something right now.
How evil is that?
So here's the thing, right? Like I'm the biggest. People that know me, I try my best to be as cultured as possible. My major in college was history, focusing primarily on African and African American studies, but I also dipped in like world religion and everything else. And we being, I don't consider myself Latino because I'm Haitian, but it technically is a Latin country.
You guys are kind of Latino,
right? Like, but I'm also Nigerian. Hey, all right. But
different subject for a different day, I guess. Are
Yeah.
Haitians Latinos?
that's a great question.
Write that down somewhere.
Right?
That's
Yeah,
good.
we need that. So, to go back to what I was saying is that knowing that I've been in this space of different ethnicities, learning and being culturized, I try my best not to be the angry black guy, because what happens is if you come across those that are really, really educated, they become a little like Dr. Umar-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it's like I think people only focus on one aspect of history. For example, we could talk about slavery and how. Oh, and the thing is, even with slavery, rich white people owned slaves, not all white people. And on top of that, the small and the other part that we forget about is that we had the abolitionists, and we had there was a white newspaper called the Liberator that specifically talked about the illness and the injustice of slavery to black people that was owned by white people. So there's so many sides to it, right? And then there's a side of this, for example, right? When we talk about, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Do you guys know who Thomas Edison is?
Of course.
Yeah, they made a light
Of
bulb.
course, right? Everybody knows who Thomas Edison is. Do you know who Lewis Latimer is?
Again,
You do?
Oh my God, this is coming back to me. Yeah.
Invented the stoplight.
No, that's Garrett Morgan.
Oh shit! See, there you go.
So the point that I'm making is this: without Lewis Latimer, there'd be no long-lasting light bulb, because he worked hand in hand with Thomas Edison. That's part of American history. But because this country has a system of, okay, it's a black person that did this and it's a white person that did this, instead of giving both of them their flowers at the same time, so that now if Carl accomplishes something and I work with Carl, we both get the credit, instead of, oh, Carl did it, or
But
just.
it's not like that nowadays, though. I don't think.
But that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
which is why I'm saying it shouldn't be a Black History Month. And because to go to the bigger scope of everything, I'm gonna let you guys talk. Like, African Americans in this country have a $1.2 trillion spending power. They said this. I think they said that's like number 10. If there was a small country, they're number 10 economically. Imagine if America wasn't so racist.
Yeah.
And really utilized African Americans to their full potential and wasn't trying to put everything in the scope, America would be untouched.
Yeah.
It would be untouched because everything that comes out of America, popularity, music, movies, you know what I'm saying? Like everything.
The whole 9 yards.
Like why we bring like football and stuff into other countries because they like what we do here.
Exactly.
Well, again,
The one thing except our food sucks.
Piggybacking on what you said about the spending as well, though, and again, this is where black people, in my opinion, we fuck up at. Again, I think that we only spend like 10% of that in our own neighborhoods. That's
Right.
like,
It's a little
that's
less.
for me, it's the sad part. You
It's
know
a
what I
little
mean?
less.
Yeah.
Because again, like you said, having that spending power is great. But again, if you're out there, again, the richest man in the world now is the gentleman, I don't know, Gerard something, is some weird ass last name.
From Louis Vuitton.
the Moet Hennessy Group.
Yeah.
And again, that is a huge, the black market, you know what I mean? The African American market is huge in that. Obviously, they're a worldwide brand, but in the U.S., though, we're the ones that, you know, make it cool. And these rappers
Put it in the
go out and
music.
put it into the music and everything else like that, and they never give us any recognition anyway.
Because they're
They don't give
French.
shit about us.
Yeah,
But no, I'm
fuck
just
the
saying they don't
French.
care about us
I'm
regardless
Asian.
of the fact.
Fuck the goddamn French.
So, well, now you want to get revolutionary.
Listen. When that little church caught on fire, I wasn't like, oh my God, France, no. I was like,
It is what it is. Yeah.
Omet Boulel. That means let it burn in Creole.
Oh my God.
Nasty with it.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, no, I mean, I think that Black History Month. Again, I'm gonna agree with your initial statements. Just to go there, it should not be put out to be 28 days. You know, it should be broken up in the rest of the curriculum. Again, without African Americans, who knows where this country would be? A lot of people don't realize. They say, "Oh, it was 200 years ago." Guess what, assholes? 200 years of free fucking labor.
Yeah.
You weren't paying anything out. You know, these people were considered cattle, essentially. All you had to do was feed these people. You know what I mean? You were able to millions upon millions upon millions upon millions, which
Back
set
then.
you up for generations ahead.
Yeah.
You know, I watch shows like, if you are an entrepreneur, you're a business person, I highly recommend watching The Men Who Built America. If you've never seen it before, it's absolutely amazing. But
What's
it
it on?
shows you, it was on the History Channel.
Okay.
Now you probably have to find like on Prime Video or something like that.
I mean, we got apps.
You got apps. You guys will find it.
We'll find
But my point I'm getting at though, like it gives you a little bit of an idea of how some of the richest men in America, like really, like you know, structured what we use today. But just think about even before that, before we were able to count it and things like that though. All of these rich men that were in the South that had 1,000 slaves, they were picking all the cotton essentially, you know, that there was in America. You know, the railroads and things like that being built. You know, Vanderbilt at one point owned 40% of the railroads in the United States. That labor was black labor. This is in the 1800s still. You know what I mean? So if they were paying these people, they were getting paid minimal. In the South, they probably weren't being paid at all. You know, this is like a little after the Civil War and things like that as well. So you know, all these things that were going on in America, you know, without.
Oh my God.
Right.
This guy is crazy.
Y'all talking about me?
Oh my God.
Me is wild back there. But yeah, without black people doing, I'm gonna say without black people contributing to the American economy for as long as we did.
I mean, not only that, it's the inventions, because you got to remember, like, black people couldn't patent anything
Back then.
because it was like, well, if your property created something, how could your property get kudos?
Yeah,
So now the slave master, you know what I mean? For example, because I remember growing up learning that a black man created a cotton gin, and all of a sudden it was like, oh, a white man created a cotton gin. So you tell me a white slave owner cared so much about his slaves
Let's
that
make
he...
these niggas' jobs easier.
Yeah.
We believe that story. Yeah, coming to a theater near you, buddy. But you know,
To piggyback on like which is like changing the lessons, the curriculum, right? I sit on a board with my kids' school, right? And they talked about how like Common Core math is now getting dissolved. It's now going to be called Future Core math. So math has changed now 3 times
For retards.
since we've left high school, right? But the historical curriculum, other than being added onto,
Right.
has not been adjusted to how it's taught. And that's really where this conversation goes. Because like there are books that say one and the other. Who created the cotton gin? And it's like, how do they want to teach it? How do they want to highlight? And we're a college class. You could, or maybe an elective in high school, Black history.
The queen wants to speak.
No, I just had 2 points. I totally get what you're saying. I come from a family of teachers, so I would definitely concur with everything you said. What sticks to me like most is like literally when 2020 happens and like the BLM like movement and etc. Like I come from a family where my mom was a corrections officer pregnant with my sister. So my mom actually was like, when we were in the hood, like we were trying to become police officers, firefighters, to have a better life for our families. So just imagine like you have like Black people screaming in your face and you are a person of a man or woman of color just like standing there eating it for months. Like my mom's friends, children's nephews, cousins had to like deal with that. And I feel like that was something that was so like swept under the rug, and eventually I feel like it did come out a little bit. It's a real thing. Like literally being in law enforcement or something of that like nature was a way for Black people to make more money. So like this was, I mean, it was at a later time. So it was like, I'm talking about like the 70s and the 80s, but still like I didn't think about that. And I feel like a lot of people didn't think about that. Another thing that I've recently kind of done my own research, I found this Black farmer actually on, because I'm very into like, obviously like the health and wellness area, but like America is setting us up for disaster. Like when I eat healthy and I do all those things, it's not even for now, it's for in the future, because we're talking about if I go and have a child versus my white friends that go and have a kid, and I have a higher likelihood of literally dying as I give birth.
Yep.
That's crazy to me. Like that, one of my clients is a doctor. She's, as I was walking in, was doing a live on having advocacy as a woman or male of color. Like the way the world is set up, like you gotta come in with questions. You gotta research, even when you're going to the supermarket. So I say that to circle back to this Black farmer that he goes and, you have a farmer's market. He has his assistants go because they're white. And, you got Joe over there and Mike over there, and everybody's like, there with their hats and they're talking, and it's like, oh, you have that, that farm and this and that. Like he literally, he made a very, very funny video, but it was like, of course I hire my assistant to go to the farmers markets or no one's gonna buy my crop. Like their world is so crazy. And I became obsessed with this guy. All I've ever wanted is to have a farm because my mom grows all her produce outside, and we like to do things a more natural way. But it's because these pesticides are for everybody. No one thinks these things through. And this guy was talking about all this land that he owns, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Yeah.
I don't want to divert the conversation, but just food for thought. America's Food and Drug Administration is one thing. So what's looking at the things that we put in our body, the food, the nutrition. It's also the same organization that looks at the pharmaceuticals we put in our body. Yeah. And it's 100%. A cyclical, poisonous cycle. But
it's a horrible cycle, and there's a lot of people losing, and they look like me. So that's taking, I'm understanding what you're talking about, the school. I mean, the world is just crazy regardless, but that is one thing that we're really not tackling yet, I feel like. And it's important.
Here's the funny part to go to what you're saying. Speaking of, so those who follow Master P, if you ever read his book, Guaranteed Success is a must. So him and Snoop Dogg got together to create their own cereal.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I bought it the other day.
Here's the funny thing. They're not putting it out on the shelves in some of the stores in Walmart. So people are going into Walmart, hey, do you guys have this? Oh, it's not in stock. And then they're just going to the back of Walmart, checking, and you're like, it's not in stock. Here's a whole box that's been here since August. You guys just never put it on the shelves.
Yeah. It's not coincidence.
So this to because I know we're coming to our closing part. And this is from my continuation of last week. I'm very, very Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
We need our own shit. We need our own banks. We need our own media outlets. We need our own security.
But we also need to support each other.
That's what I was gonna say. That's my
But that has to deal with
it's not like it doesn't exist. Unfortunately, black people
Yeah.
have. I'm sorry, guys. I have my phone out because I decided I went online real quick. I downloaded Instagram today.
Oh!
Yeah, I've been getting.
Hi guys.
I've been doing like a whole.
Hi.
Like, oh, this is what I've been doing. Well,
Like-
someone helped me.
Thank God. It was Carl.
You know what I mean?
Let's give it up for Carl.
I wanted to drop in on the people so they can see a little bit.
No, it's
Carl
true.
is not impressed.
No, it's true.
But no.
It's absolutely true, and I feel like also too, like I have a lot of like, let's just say Latino Spanish friends, and they are chilling because this uncle, they're billionaires because they have all these supermarkets, and I'm just like, where are the black supermarkets? Like, if I could have the world, I know, and I know, and if I could literally buy and ship it to me, I would. But there is a black supermarket.
Well, damn, just almost knocked me out.
There is a black supermarket in Queens. I found out. Anyway.
So there's this. We could be here for hours about this topic because there are unfortunately institutions that do stop black entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? Like, I know from my own experience when it comes to like applying for a grant or anything like that. If I was gay, I would get it. No offense to you, Carl. If I was a woman, I'm just saying it's the truth. Like the success rates, black women have women, and when it comes to black men, getting some like grants and some funding and everything else like that, nah. You know what I mean? And I thought it was like only me, and then like there's like a whole slew when you go to like the TikToks and because you know she's like, hey, apply for this grant, and you see a whole bunch of black men like, if you're a man, you're heterosexual, you better not apply for that. You know what I mean? And
once again, see, that's bullshit. Because again, I have friends. One of my good friends actually, he does feedings in the city and things like that for the immigrants and like the homeless and stuff like that as well. There is something that's called, you know, if you're a minority-owned business, there are, especially if you get into government contracting, there are contracts that they give. That again, a certain amount of contracts have to be allotted to minorities every single year.
Yes.
So now
that is absolutely correct.
So this is where I thrive at, baby. But yes, though. So if you're a black man, you're a black woman. If you're a black woman, you actually qualify to be a minority-owned business and a woman-owned business, so it's even better. If you're a black man, you're able to be a black minority-owned business at that point, though. If you're a veteran, you could be a black and a veteran. You know what I mean, own business and things like that as well. So there's different ways that you can do it. Yeah. And, you know, I just think that people, you know, sometimes aren't educated enough to do so, though. But I think that's our topic. We were talking about Black History.
No, that's all correlated.
That's all.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
What?
Well, instead of being a history lesson, like we're kind of talking about where the future of
that's
it
what I was
needs
gonna
to go.
say, like where it's
education.
So then, I mean, again, if that's the case, then here's what I would think then. Shove your Black History Month up your fucking asses. And what they should be doing is teaching this inner city youth that end up being majority minorities.
Yes.
Teach us financial literacy. That's what you can fucking do. Stop bullshitting.
Okay.
Don't like with all due respect. Again, who gives a fuck about who invented the light bulb? I don't give a fuck.
Nah, because it's important.
I still can't tell you how a light bulb works, so it doesn't matter.
It's important. You know why? Wait. It's important. You know why it's important? Because here's the thing, right?
I've heard this before. I don't even say.
So no, there's several perspectives of everything, and I'm saying it because my mom, big shout out to Miss Daniela, right, had a foresight of being a first generation American. Technically, I am because I was born here.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever. I grew up in Far Rockaway. I was going down this path of cutting, hanging out with gangs, etc., etc., etc. And my mom was like, not my kid. Move you nice to the suburbs, right? Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is why it all correlates back to knowing who Lewis Latimer is, who is a George Washington Carver, and everything else like that. Because when you're in this bubble of not seeing anything that looks like you besides basketball, sports, rap, all that stuff, because that's what what seems like success to you. Meanwhile, there's George Washington Carver, one of the greatest scientists. They were so scared of him that they cut off his testicles,
Yeah.
Which is crazy. They don't want to
Yeah.
even procreate. You know what I mean? So now if you can see a different side of saying, hey, I don't have to be a basketball player. I don't have to be a rapper. I don't have to be a musician. You know what I mean? To be like, okay, now there's a freaking Lewis Latimer. I could go into, there's a Garrett Morgan. Who
No, and
created
you're
that.
right about, my mom was a principal, and like, so she would have an assembly and have the kids that were on honor roll stand up. And this is actually happened to be a predominantly black school district, right? And they're like, oh shoot, he's on the football team, he's getting straight A's. Like, we don't sometimes look at each other like, you can't be smart and successful.
Yeah.
You got to be a rapper, you got to be an athlete,
Yeah.
or you're going to jail, be a drug dealer,
Yeah.
like, you know, and it's
talking
the
about,
sad
that
part.
inclusion, you know what I'm saying? Seeing someone that looks like you that did
yeah.
or achieved something. But again, see, my problem, again, my thing, that's why I said, fuck Black History Month. Give me that history throughout the year, but if you really want to do something for my community, for my people, teach us financial literacy. Let people know, when I have $5,000, the first thing that I shouldn't go do is go out and buy a fucking Gucci book bag that cost me $2,400.
Yeah.
That's just ignorance. That's just foolishness at that point, though. And until that's what we're taught, again, our people are gonna keep, watching these rappers and watching these people, things like
But
that, and going out
but
and
it's
spending
but
money and
again,
shit like that.
10
even
minutes.
with that, all right, even with that, it's a sense of insecurities, right? That's what Kanye West said it best. They made us hate ourselves and left their wealth. That's why Shorty's holler where the ball is at. Why? Because what's the first thing, whenever you see any fights or these ghetto fights and everything else, what's the first thing they see? Broke ass, why you ain't got no money, da-da-da. And they, because there's a sense of showing their own value through materialism. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us, you know what I mean? And I say us, meaning black people as a whole, to educate our children and not to make it so militant where it's like, hey, did white people bad, because again,
That creates even more racism. And it's funny how inside, like, that's my opinion. When we look at the other cultures like that, and I think every culture in itself has its own level of racism because there's a cultural pride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and colorism.
I'm the best because I'm this. I'm the best in whatever area you want to take that ego and pride in.
Yeah, but I just want to touch on something really quick. I feel like the biggest problem in America is that, how it's been, is that the future, there's not going to be, listen, there will be a lot of black children, but there's going to be a lot of mixed children. I am telling you right now, the problem problem with like those Trump supporters, but they're afraid that that white group of people that are I'm just fully white are gonna be gone. And honestly, there's gonna be more mixed people in your children's classes than there will be black and white children.
Unless
There's
you live
going
on
to
Long
be
Island.
No.
Unless you
in
live
Long
on
Island. No.
This motherfucker is segregated.
No.
Long Island?
There's movements that are already pushing against that because they are saying that actually Caucasians are the
Minority.
That
They're becoming
20 years or so.
Yeah.
They will be the minority.
That was the
I'm saying across the
problem.
United States, yes. But in Long Island, this motherfucker is segregated. It is.
It's becoming a little bit better, but it depends.
You know I'm not lying.
But I'm gonna say something that's like, again, this is, you know what happened? I've been giving facts today. You know what happens? Someone just coming from up here though. Did you people know?
Did you people? What you mean, you people?
You black folks. Fuck I mean.
We know what you meant.
But did you know that this month is also, and he knows what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
He's back to being quiet. What is this month, Carl? Also, who decided to tap into our month, Carl?
We needed more months.
Yeah.
LGBTQ.
They had June, but it wasn't enough.
Q plus
AI.
month as well.
Is it AI? IA?
IA?
Intelligence artificial is backwards.
IA plus.
No one
Wow,
knows.
I didn't know
Anyways,
that.
You know that this is all they all
Yeah, I know.
have taken over Black History Month.
Yeah.
So the 1 month that we did have was 28 fucking days.
But now they have 2.
Well, okay.
June.
So that's what we were talking about the other day, though.
They have 4.
Oh, it's gay Pride Month. Oh shit.
June
Damn.
is.
Yeah, I think I might be gay for 2024. They got more rights than us black folks. Fucking wild.
We could thank Obama for that.
Damn.
Yeah,
Is that true, Carl? Did you get more rights under Obama?
that's a fact.
Carl's like, say it loud. I'm gay and I'm proud.
Oh my God.
Poor Carl.
They can do that. That's why now. I mean, listen.
Big shout
What
out.
are the other 2 months?
October.
Just curious. Sorry.
We talked about this, yeah.
I think.
But no, that's not here though. I think that's in England, wasn't it? I think.
No,
It was November and then June.
The occasion became in 1994. Rodney Wilson, Missouri high school teacher, believed that the month should be dedicated to celebrate gays and lesbians in history. October was a coincidence because such a coming out day on October 11th. I probably need to look more into that. June being one of them. Then it says, why is July Pride Month?
it's a bitch.
July in San Diego.
July what?
In San Diego, they use July, not June. So
In different states, they use a different month? This is, wow. Okay.
I mean,
Wow. In San Diego, California, they use July.
yes.
Oh, okay.
4
really?
minutes. 4 minutes.
Damn, you see?
4 minutes.
Well, again, I just want to drop that last bit of knowledge on you fucking whack ass people out there that always out here talking shit, and you didn't even know that it is LGBTQ plus IA
To the 4th power squared.
month as well. So I mean, I would like to take a moment and just recognize probably I'm the top of this.
Our podcast manager.
Yeah.
And so it's June for Manhattan because
appreciate you,
of the
bro.
Stonewall uprising. So
Oh,
if you,
wow.
you know about that,
No.
you know.
We don't have to go
We'll
through
talk
it.
about that
Yeah,
later
okay.
on in the month.
Yeah.
when
No, we
we,
won't.
So we got 3 minutes. I'm gonna let you two say your final words.
Joshua, you can go first.
Why do I have to go first?
Joshua.
Ladies first. I was
Ladies
raised by
first.
a gentleman.
Yeah, we just have to do better, guys, please, as a group, as a whole. Something has to change, and I believe that we need to support each other, not in just these single categories, all across the board, straight up across the board. So, and we don't need a month; we need more than that.
I agree with that part. I think that we don't need a month. I think, like I said, shut your month. But give us financial literacy. Let us be represented in the spaces that we need to be. Which again, we talking shit about the Grammys, but there was representation there last night. I think that for all the intelligent black folks that are out there, we have a responsibility to, and I asked my father the one who says this. 99% of the world is stupid. And the other 1% of us are kind of unfortunately here to just deal with them sometimes, though. But again, though, we can, with knowledge comes responsibility, with knowledge comes power as well, though. So we kind of owe it to, the rest of our people to kind of go out there, help them, educate them. I think we talked about it before. Black men, be there for your children and things like that. If you're not that person, find someone else. Find mentors for your children. Find people that look like them, that are doing powerful things in their community, that are helping out others and those kind of things like that. So I may joke around, I may say ignorant shit sometimes, but again, my son speaks 3 languages. He speaks English, Spanish, and Mandarin. And I was very, very adamant on that, though. So, you know what I mean?
That means thank you in Chinese.
Little
Carrot.
things like that,
Carrot.
is what, can change the generations and things like that. So, we have to do better if we want better.
Sonotorides. That means exactly in Japanese.
Get.
Sorry. And with that said, there is 1 minute. No, it's all good. It's all good. I just think black people, we need to look in the mirror and love ourselves. And when we see another black person, not think animosity and just think, wow, there's royalty. Wow, there's somebody special. There's somebody unique. That is my brother. That's my sister. All that good stuff. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm proud of you, young man. You know what I mean? I try to tell you guys all the time. You know what I mean? Because it's important that black people tell that to each other.
I put my hand on my waist when I see you all.
That black mother sucker. Hey, do not take my wallet. Oh, man. So, yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please remember, you are loved, you are appreciated, you are valued. You can do whatever you set your mind to. As long as you believe it, you can achieve it. This is the Unscripted podcast. Remember, all talk. And we out of here.